Hello! I'm wondering if we've actually got sound this time. We had a bit of a nightmare the last stream, so we'll see how we get on this one. Hello everyone, welcome to this Blackest of Black Fridays. Let me know in the chat if you can hear me, if you can see me. That's always useful. Let me know if there's anyone there, in fact. This is always the daunting part of any live stream because I think there's like a 10-20 second delay from what I see and then what you see and then anyone actually chatting. And let me know if I'm here. Having a bit of an existential crisis. Am I really here? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Anyway, it's Black Friday. I thought I'd have a bit of a quick live stream. Might just be a short one tonight. We'll see how it goes. See how many people we get in the chat. Nothing prepared as per usual. Got a nice big glass of Pepsi Max. I could just be talking away in silence. Everything looks like it's actually working, but I can't see anything in the chat. We apparently have 25 viewers. But are you all shy or is the chat broken? Maybe I need to refresh this or something. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, we've not got anything planned for tonight, so I thought I'd just chirp in. Basically, I'm being nosy. I want to know if anyone's found any good Black Friday deals. I want to know if anyone's seen anything because I've seen absolutely nothing there. And we had a few people earlier in the chat. We had Mountain Goldfish saying he was early, as well as MRB. Rocky. Has anyone used Quantum Blackbeard Remover? I don't know what that is. I'll have to look that up later. But let me pop out the chat and see if it's actually working. Ah, there we go. I can see some stuff now. I'll restore that back in. Oh, it's not working again. Technical difficulties, people. Sorry about this. Sound and video good. That's what we want to hear. Right, we've got a few people there. Excellent. Okay, we'll come back to that. So, I'll just repeat myself for the 15th time, no doubt. I wanted to have a bit of a catch-up. Say hello to everyone, see how you're doing. Wonder if anyone's got any good deals, basically, because I've been waiting for Black Friday for a long time. For my kids are probably watching, so I might not divulge too much, but I've been hoping to get a good few bargains for Christmas presents and things like that, but it's been absolutely pants. Usually there's some stuff going on with, I don't know, API master, freshwater master test kits, and that is on offer, but it's not any cheaper than it was on offer the last time as well, so that was a bit rubbish. Seen a few deals for things like, you know that JBL spray stuff that I really like. I saw that was on offer, but that was it. So let me know in the chat if you found anything, because I want to circle back to that a bit later on. So now that I can see the chat's working, let's just go through quickly and say hello to everyone. Simon says hello, 10 minutes to something I actually want to watch. Well, that's very kind of you. Neil, Kaler's Aquatics, GB, John Bennett. Hi John, how you doing? Hit the like while watching, says Kaler's Aquatics. Now that's the kind of stuff that will get you made into a moderator. You keep that up, you can join the moderation team. Neil says hello from Doncaster, hello from Sheffield. Callum's here, James Lane, Callum again. Can hear me fine, thank you very much. All present and correct, sound good. Hello everyone. Kaler's Aquatics, you're looking thinner, Graham. Now that's definitely going to earn you a mod here. Let's see. I have been trying. I've had a bit of a blip the last couple of weeks, but yes, I've been losing weight, trying my best. We can turn this into like a health and fitness channel if you want, because I'm definitely getting into the keto thing. It's working. I feel so much better as well. Eric, Martin, Ian, Josh, hi Gramia, very funny. Courtney's here, Mountain Goldfish, yay. Right, we're all up to date again. So, happy Friday everyone. Oh, Mickey's here as well. Evening. So, what's new? It is a great shirt, isn't it? Yeah, so Mountain Goldfish and I have the same taste in fashion. Although, I think I'm the fashionista. I got him onto this shirt. We've got... What have I been doing this week? So I released a video the other day. where I had a bit of an issue in the house where I'd got some mould forming around the windows because the condensation had been starting to build up with my big tank. And because it's basically an open top tank, my glasses are steaming up because it gets warm in here when I shut the door. And the condensation had started forming around the windows and stuff because so much evaporation. And I reckon I worked it out, I was losing like 5 litres a day, which is ridiculous. So that was been my big project this week. Started last weekend trying to find somewhere to find the stuff that I could get, you know, this polycarbonate stuff. Because it's really expensive in some places, so I hope you all, if you're interested in that, I hope you all follow the link that I found, because that was, getting it cut to size and delivered for less than 20 quid, I thought that was an absolute bargain. And it's done the job brilliantly. I've not had to top up all week long, it's been absolutely perfect. So that's been my main thing this week, other than flooding all the tanks in here about half an hour ago, as I was trying to get everything looking nice and pretty before we started the stream. And then obviously my brain started wandering and went away to do something else and came back, and water pissing about everywhere. Josh is saying he's looking forward to seeing my food. Oh, so shameless plug number 1 of the stream. Obviously I've started selling some of the foods that I use. And just to go into that a little bit, so I've had a lot of questions about food, and they've been really popular, so I have to say, first off, thank you everyone who's ordered anything from the website. It's absolutely fantastic. The amount of orders I've had recently has been ridiculous. I didn't expect anything like this whatsoever. But the whole ethos behind my website and anything that I sell is, if I use something, I'm going to sell that thing if I can get a hold of it. So I went to all the various suppliers that I get my foods from and said, look, I really like this stuff. Can I get a trade account? Can I buy it? I've got my pet shop license. I've got this, that and the other. I'm going to set up as a proper business. But I want to sell it with my branding on it and that kind of stuff. So the stuff that I've got on the website is the fruits of that discussion. So it's all the stuff that people say, yeah, of course you can. And that's what I really want to stick to. I want to be able to sell things that I can stand behind because I know they're good. Because I've been using them all for years. So that's the food, that's what Josh was talking about. I think he's got a few, I can't quite remember what you ordered, but I think you got into Plecos recently, didn't you? And it was some of the algae wafers and the oak wafers. So my Plecos, although most of my Plecos are all ancistrous, so it's all your bristlenose Plecos and that kind of thing, they absolutely love it, and they put on weight, look really good condition, so hopefully you'll get the same experience when you get the stuff. Callum says, how do I become a moderator? I love this channel, it's so chill and stress free. Well, all you have to do is lavish praise on how slim the host is looking. What do you think of this? So obviously if you've watched my video, you'll notice I've had my ears lowered since then. Has anybody out there got a beard? Because this is new to me, so I don't know what you're meant to do. Where are you meant to stop this? Where do you stop shaving here and where do you go into here? Is that right? That doesn't look right. Should I go down a bit lower? Should I fade it in? I know this isn't very fish related content, but I'm getting a bit self-conscious about it, and especially when I wear glasses. So I put my glasses on, that kind of masks it, so now I just have to wear my glasses everywhere I go. Anyway, going off at a slight diversion. How do you lose weight and keep fish? I can't stop looking at them while eating, so I'm just putting weight on. Well, I think that's how I've ended up in this position. That's why I've got to work backwards. Oh, what was that? Callum says he's got 80 Lindt chocolate balls for £13 on Amazon Black Friday deal. I'm not a big chocolate fan. As a man of my stature, that might surprise a lot of people, but I don't really like chocolate. But my wife does, so that might be good for a Crimbo present. Courtney says, no Black Friday deals worth buying. I thought stuff was cheaper last year after Christmas for Aquarium and other bits. Yeah, and that's what I'm wondering about, because I'm seeing all over Facebook, I'm seeing posts about people going, oh, look what I found. I've got a Fluval FX6 for 10 pence. But it's all in America. And I had a quick squiz round all the websites of all the aquatic places here. And I don't think anyone's doing anything even remotely near that. Simon says he got an Eheim Eco Pro 200 Black for £84. Well, that's a pretty good price. There's Ben here. Hello, Ben. Mickey gave the website a wee shout out today on Instagram. Hope it gets me some more business. Well, that's what we want. I definitely want some more business. So if you are interested, my website is, I'm doing the whole jumping on the Black Friday bandwagon. So I'm currently offering 10% off with, I can't remember what I called the coupon though. Bear with me, callers. I'll have to go and double check this. Black Friday, yes. So if you use the coupon code Black Friday on my website today, so before midnight tonight, you'll get 10% off any orders over £10, no matter what it is, whether it's food, fish. Not that I have that many fish. You can get 10% off, and I don't know, shall we do some kind of incentive here? Shall we make it 15% if we get to 50 likes this stream? I might think about that. Well, see if you can convince me during this. Josh says, well, wow, I look slime. Well, almost. Good try. A bit lower. So you think I should go a bit lower? What, like here? What part of my... I can't remember what that bit's called. Yeah, I think that's a bit too high. I was trying to go for some kind of faded thing where... like that's the top and then it fades into, because this is obviously not even number 1, this is 0, where I just go zzz. It looks a bit like a fishtail, I suppose it does. Wendy's in. Hello Wendy, how you doing? Callum says, I'm so slim and beautiful, my trim is fresh and my shirt is fly, your wife is very lucky. Yeah, you need to try harder on that, Callum. Eric says it looks like a bit of a fishtail. I suppose it does. Top of your ears where your sideburn meets your hairline. Well, I've not got any hair though. That's what the problem is. I don't know where my hairline is. And I'm not even completely sure I've got it even. Oh, we've had a first super chat from Kaler's Aquatics. Thank you very much. I suppose that's in kind of... I don't know, is that in sympathy with my dodgy haircut that I've given myself? It must have been about... It's got to be going on 20 years since I last went to an actual barber's. So some people say this is what happens when you don't go to a barber's, your hair falls out in protest, but you never know. Yes, thank you, Bob. Courtney's got a free 54 litre tank that you got to pick up. That's the best kind of Black Friday deal, isn't it, when you get something for free? I mean, this is one of the best tanks I've ever got, and that was a freebie. That was from one of my neighbours. They gave me this tank. Hello if you're watching, Dave and all. And it's a fantastic little tank. I think that's only about 60 litres or something like that. There's a report on the radio that said 90% of Black Friday deals could be found cheaper at other times of the year. Do you know, that's not the first time I've heard that, and it's true. You really have to be careful with the Black Friday deals. I don't know what it's like all over the rest of the world, but I've seen that a few times myself. I use a website called Camel. So just type that into Google, and if ever you see a deal, go on and check out Camel, and you put in, whether it's an Amazon link or something like that, you put in the link and it tells you what the lowest price has been over the last year or so. You can tell whether it's actually a deal, because they're sly gets sometimes. Sometimes they'll put up the price in the week before Black Friday to then lower it, because you only have to, it's something like, I want to say they have to do it for 30 days, where they have to have it at a certain price before they can say it's a reduction from that price. So quite often they'll put the price up for a month. If something's normally £10, they'll put it up to 20 to drop it to 9, and then meant to make you feel like you're getting a deal. Yes, so my website, if you are interested in going for that, is aquariumadventures.co.uk. It's mostly just food that I've got in at the moment. I'm kind of low on stock on most other things, but there are a few things in there, like some guppies and some cherry shrimp and that kind of thing, but I'm the worst salesman in the world. I would probably hold off for a while because I feel really bad about posting them at the moment, so I'm only posting with the 24-hour priority shipping, because everything's going so slow at the moment. Even talking to my postman around here, there's so many people off sick and so many people covering that everything's just slowed right down. So I can't afford to do the cheaper stuff where normally you can get away with first class. In the UK anyway, you can get away with first class. It's almost guaranteed it's going to get there the next day. But I was noticing the last few shipments at least, where I would post something out on a Monday and then I'd get a message from the person that got it on the Friday of that week saying, "Oh, got my package, thanks very much." Now thankfully everything, I've never had a problem. They've lasted that 5 days or whatever it is, but I really don't want to be doing that. So that's why I'm going with the guaranteed next day delivery. So that's why the shipping anything that's alive, it's quite expensive at the moment, because I just want to make sure that things get there. So I think that's running about £16 or something at the moment. Pardon me. But the rest of the stuff, that's all normal price, normal shipping, but it does take a while. So I know people had some orders in this week where I posted out about, I posted about a dozen orders out on Monday this week, and only about half of them have arrived today. So I had some messages from people today chasing up saying, "Well, have you sent this? Are you a scam? What's going on?" So it's just a bit of a nightmare at the moment where it's taking a little bit longer. So as long as you can put up with that, I think that's fair. Check out the merch on shop.spreadshirt.co.uk/aquarium of adventures. Yes, definitely check out the merch. Oh, and the merch, that's something else that I've been looking into. So I am a frustrated Del boy. I'm obviously trying to do this as a little bit of a side hustle. So I've got my food range at the moment, as you can see. Plenty of stock in for food at the moment. Just restocked. I've moved into these things, which are just essentially plastic bottles, plastic tubs. But I put some effort into researching these, and these took some proper research. We'll come back to that. But we've got them, and I'm trying to look into the merch as well. So Spreadshirt is a company that does print on demand stuff. So this will be really boring and nothing to do with fish, but when you see your influencers on YouTube, when they sell their merch, you really need to have a massive following and people that want to buy your stuff to make it worth your while. Otherwise, you go down the route of something like Spreadshirt, or there's various other ones that are similar, where they print on demand. So if you pay 20 quid for a t-shirt or 25 quid for a t-shirt, they print it themselves as you order it, and the person gets 3 quid or something like that. So I've been looking into getting some stuff where, what can I get that's not got sizes for it? So if I want to sell my own t-shirts, I can buy t-shirts really cheap. I can get really good quality t-shirts for a few quid, and then I could get my own embroidery, or I could get my own printing, or whatever it is, and that would only cost a few quid as well per t-shirt, and I could probably sell it for a tenner and make the same profit as the ones that I sell now for 25 quid and get that profit. But I have to buy 25 of every single size, and that's where the economies of scale come in. These big guys can just do it so much cheaper. So I've been looking into things that don't have sizes, essentially. So hats, towels, because I use towels everywhere. I've got towels everywhere for my inevitable flooding. Mugs, all that kind of stuff. So I'm trying to look into that and see if people fancy that kind of stuff. Masks even. So you get your... I had a great idea to get some masks, and obviously Spreadshirt are doing these masks. So if I can get that with my logo on it, I'm sure people would buy it, especially the This Sucks or This Blows ones. I think they'd do quite well. But then I'm already, what are we, 20 minutes into this, and all I've done is talk about me trying to sell things constantly. Getting away from the fishy stuff. But anyway, that's what's going on in my brain at the moment, is thinking about all these things. But the main thing about these that I wanted to talk about was, so I've sold a version of this for years, because again, going with the whole something that I use, that's the only reason I'm going to sell it, is because I use these all the time for ferrets. So you might have seen my recent video about setting up an automatic dozer, so I don't have to use these things, but these are perfect because they've got 2.5mm every pump, 2.5mm. No need to measure, no need to worry about it. You can buy your own fertilizer, the one that you like the best, or you can mix your own from your EI ferts or your dry ferts and that kind of thing. And I think these are perfect. So the only requirements really that I had with them was some kind of opaque bottle, because a lot of them go off if you get too much sunlight. Opaque? that the one you can see through? Non-see-through, whatever one it is. And then that was fine, and I was using... Can't find it now. So my old bottles anyway, they were little brown bottles, and they were fine, they worked great. The only thing that I wanted to change was they were a little bit see-through, so some light was getting through, so these are completely blocked. And then I saw something, nothing to do with fish, it was in a completely different video, where a kid got hold of something that was in one of these bottles, I think it was makeup of some kind, and started so these ones lock, so you can't do that. So I thought, that's perfect, got that in there. Dead simple little thing, it's locked, no need to worry about it. And then my number one pet hate is getting these straw bits that actually go down to the bottom rather than the ones that, I don't know why they do it, but manufacturers always buy them so they stop there, so you can't get it out, so you've still got a third of the bottle down there and you just can't use it. So I managed to source the ones where they go all the way to the bottom, have a locking mechanism there, completely blacked out. Perfect, that's what you want. So I use these, so you can buy them if you want them. It didn't take that much research, I must admit, so you could go out and source this yourself, but I bought a shed load of these so I get them a little bit cheaper and sell them a little bit cheaper. Same with these things, these tubs. I'm fed up of getting tubs that, so I don't know if you're like me, you might buy your fish food in bulk, you might buy them in a packet if it comes in something like this, so it's got some kind of Ziploc affair at the top, or even you just buy it in somewhere else, or it comes in something like this. Everyone uses old food containers for new food containers, and they just pop off, and if you're a clumsy git like me, that goes all over your carpet when you drop it, or it goes in your fish tank, which is even worse. Just little containers with screw tops, with proper screw tops, not screw tops like this. So this is a great food, I absolutely love this stuff. This is the Fish Science tropical worm pellets. All my smaller fish absolutely love this stuff, and it seems to be doing great work with them. And yeah, my only complaint with this one is it's got a screw top, but any kind of pressure it just pops straight off, so it doesn't really matter, it just comes straight off. So again, the only bit I was interested in is how tight this actual screw could be, and so I'm using this in the fish room all over the place. Now I can knock it quite happily into the water and it'll just float absolutely perfect. So like everything else, things I use you can now buy if you want them. And if we get up to, let's say, 50 likes, I'll extend the Black Friday sale to tomorrow or something like that. Anyway, that's the sales spiel over with now. Let's get back to some of the chat and see what's going on. Josh says he saw a Black Friday deal, buy one get one free on a tortoise. Is that a euphemism or an actual tortoise? Why would you get... Okay, why would you want two tortoises? If you're going to want a tortoise, why would you want two? But anyway, but it was double the price of the normal. Yeah, I've seen that a few times as well. Buy one get one free, but the one is twice the price that it normally is. Scott missed the start. Don't worry, the start was just basically me saying, can you hear me, can you see me, for about 10 minutes until I reloaded my chat and I could actually see it. Big Tank Hank is here. How are we doing, sir? Christian says it's bumped the prices up in the Netherlands. Yes, it has. This whole situation of lockdown too, and I don't know what it's like in different parts of the world, but we got here in the UK yesterday, our glorious leader, bumbling Boris, announced that the various tiers were coming back into various different parts of the local lockdowns would be coming in based on what tier it was, and people were getting all upset of whatever tier they were on. And it seems to be the only difference between the tiers is where you can drink beer and what you have to do to be able to drink beer, because they all seem exactly the same Tier 1, you can have a beer whenever you want. Tier 2, you can only have a beer if you have it with a meal. Tier 3, you can't have a beer. That seems to be the only difference. I'm digressing into politics now. That's never a good sign. Courtney had a first class parcel sent 2 weeks ago, turned up today. They sent another 2 days ago and it arrived in it. Yeah, the Royal Mail they're really struggling. I feel sorry for them because people are ill and people are. Royal Mail is obviously, they're an essential service and it is taking a long time for stuff to get through, but they're doing their best, I guess. Jennifer says we need towels. I'd love to get towels. I just need to find A, a source of towels, and B, a source of printing those towels. There might be... So one of the viewers, I'm not sure if he's here, I've not seen the name yet, got in touch with me. I wasn't entirely sure if he was trolling me or not, but he got in touch to say he runs a print shop and he was going to do a contribution for the prize bag. And it was going to be like a polo shirt with my logo on it or a towel with my logo on it. And he said he was going to send it to me, but again, the post is going really slow at the moment, so nothing has turned up yet. But hopefully that'll go in the prize bag. And that's the kind of thing I want to do, is move into that stuff where I can just get some low volumes of good quality stuff. Towels and masks, definitely, well, yeah, let me know. Would you be interested in buying some merch, and what kind of merch do you want to buy? Because I don't want to just start producing mass amounts of tat and flooding the market with loads of crap. But towels are useful. I use towels all the time. Mugs are useful because you can put drinks in them. Masks are useful because you're forced to wear them. Whiskey and Coke. Well, I could do my own whiskey. Yeah, that'd be good, wouldn't it? Harvey says, how do you trigger Discus to spawn? Well, I'm an abject failure in triggering Discus to spawn, but when I have done it in the past, what I have used is, or what's worked for me best has been the weather. So that's not me triggering them, but when it gets quite humid, when it gets hot, like kind of thunderstorm weather, when the pressure builds up, that's usually a really good trigger. So if you can do something to mimic that, so in the wild, for instance, if the temperature drops because there's a storm coming, that might be the thing that triggers them. So doing a large water change with cooler water and dropping the temperature like a good 5 degrees quickly, that seems to do pretty well. Other than that, time, patience, that's all you can really do. Make my own whiskey glasses. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, I must admit, I'm not making this food myself. This is just the food that I like to use that I'm reselling. So all I'm doing is buying in bulk, so as I can make it a competitive price and selling it again. So towels seem to be quite the thing. So I'll definitely look into towels. Simon says, I have to use a Works Blue roll as I'm banned from using the towel covered. I had to take a little trip to IKEA myself to buy my own set of fish towels for exactly that same reason. How many mils per pump? Oh, let's reset itself again, the bloody thing. You wouldn't think I work in IT, the amount of problems I have with IT every time I try and do a live stream. Mick says, how many mil per pump? 2.5 mils per pump. And again, that was one of the things that I had to look into here. Is the last ones were fine, they were also good, but I have bought other ones that I've tried, because I must have bought a dozen different versions of this trying to get the right thing. A lot of them will do 2 mils, 5 mils, 3 mils, and you're like, what the hell, how can you be so inconsistent? And I figured it out. It's about how easy it is to pump. So if there's too much resistance, you tend to go, your first pump is 2 mils and your second pump's only 1 mil. But for me anyway, that seemed to be the perfect. I know now I'm just a large man sitting here squeezing a pump, but anyway. Good afternoon from Texas. Hello. Shall we play the game of who's the furthest away person in the world again? So we've got Trevor in from Texas. Is anyone from further away from Texas? How far from Sheffield to Texas? Let's have a quick look. I'm going to guess 4,000 miles. Anyone want to up me on my guess? Why is that not working? We can do my geography test again when I think New Zealand's actually in America. Oh, it wasn't far away. 4,797 miles. Now I've lost the chat again. God, Graham, stop clicking on buttons. There we go. So that's the winner so far. Callum says he loves fish tying stuff as well. Yes, it's great stuff. I do. I like all his stuff. Which is strange because I'm trying to hawk my own fish food here, and here's me showing off this stuff. But yeah, this one in particular, brilliant. And the other one I like is the krill flake food, which is a bit of a cheat because does anyone have a fish that doesn't like krill flakes? They have a high krill content, I must admit. They've got a higher krill content than my krill flakes, but I think mine work just as well colour wise, but I would say that because I'm biased. I'd sold out of towels by now, definitely. Right, towels definitely coming soon. I'll get my wife on that. Get towel stocking. My angelfish, they're doing really well actually. I thought I caught them breeding the other day. I walked into the fish room and so as you walk in, the angel tank's here. I walked in and I saw two of them kind of pecking away at a leaf as if they were laying on it, but I think I scared them out of it. So I think we're definitely getting into that kind of area with them. So hopefully we'll have some angel fry in the new year as well. Bars shut down only to take out again. Yeah, I mean, I don't go out all that often myself, so it's not such a big deal. But yeah, it's just a bit... It doesn't really make sense, all these rules sometimes. When you see some areas doing one thing and another area's got something else going on. Anyway. We'll all be locked down again after Christmas. I know. It's like, you had all these other holidays of Diwali and all the other major festivals. We never relaxed anything for them. But it's Christmas, so we'll relax again. But even then, I don't think anyone in our area will be able to do anything. So I think because we're in tier 3 here in Sheffield, so obviously my folks are up in Scotland and they've got completely different sets of rules as well. But my wife's family down south, we're in tier 3, but technically we're not allowed to leave, so we're going to be stuck here. And there's talk of a review in the middle of December to see what gets relaxed for Christmas, and I don't know. It could just be a really good excuse to not see your in-laws. How's it going, Andy? Nice to see you. Phil's the guy who was doing the shirts, I think. The shirts and the towels. On its way Monday. Excellent. Lazarus. Oh, so I don't know if you follow a channel called Lazarus the Fish Boy. So he's in here, so I don't know what time we're... Australia. Now that must be a contender for furthest away from Sheffield. Australia's a big place, so I'm just going to guess. Oh, clearly a winner there. Sheffield to Australia, 9,427, but that's in the middle of Australia. I suppose you could live in the north, the south, I just don't know. But yeah, 9,004. I think we need someone in New Zealand again, or Tasmania, to beat that. Where have I gone with the chat? Yeah, Lazarus wins that one, definitely. But Lazarus does a series of Aquarius podcasts that he invited me on last week. And again, we had some technical difficulties with that one, didn't we, Lazarus? But hopefully you can all go and check out his channel. I think he's got another one coming out tomorrow, or maybe even today. You can check out his channel. You can see my interview. Not really an interview. He sends me a bunch of questions and I answer them. We kind of do it like that. But it's as good as we can get these days, especially with that kind of distance in between us. But I enjoyed doing that, and like I say, I think Lazarus will be bypassing me in subscribers in no time at all. Wendy's already got a mug, so a towel would be great. You can even have 2 mugs. So if I do manage to get my own mugs, I'll send you another one. You can have a set. Everyone hit that like button. See, that's the kind of thing a future moderator says. How many likes have we got? Let me go and check. I mean, there is like a... If you're going to be a streamer... Am I a streamer? Is that a thing? If you're going to be a streamer, apparently you're meant to call out every 20 minutes or something to tell people to hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe. Oh, we have just got a few subscribers. Have I got alerts on, or what's going on here? We've just surpassed 9,800 subscribers, so 200 to go, and then we can give away the prize bag. Shall we talk about the prize bag a little bit? I feel like I'm dipping in back and forth between the comments and random threads of thought. Words are hard. Let me catch up with these comments, and then we'll have a look at the prize bag again. So Lazarus, definitely furthest away so far. He should get some kind of prize, but because you live so far away, I'm not going to post you one. I must admit, I hope you don't win as much as I like you, Lazarus, I hope you don't win the prize bag, because it's probably cost me a month's wages to send you it. So he lives in Melbourne, so let's be exact. Sheffield to Melbourne. Oh, it's even further. 10,511. Oh, you're going to take some beating. I can't see anyone beating that, Lazarus. And we've got 60 viewers and only 33 likes. Who's not pulling their weight out there? Anyway. Aquafunk, I've just seen his name up. I always love reading Aquafunk's comments, so I'm going to save myself for that. I'll do the other ones first and build up to it. Skins are new. Is George Farmer's book any good, and did you get a free copy? I did get a copy. With my big noggin, was that in the way? Oh, that's where I knock everything down. I've only read half of it so far. I did not get a free copy. I had to pay for it with my own hard-earned money. It's personalised though, so I think I said this in the last stream. I actually asked them to make it out to me with like a comedy thing, so as I could make a clickbait thumbnail saying George Farmer called me an idiot. So I think I asked them to make it out to the worst aquascaper on YouTube, but no, I got to Graham, aka Aquarium Adventures. May this book help you on your aquascaping journey. Keep on scaping, George Farmer. Which is nice. It's a great book. It's a lovely kind of coffee table type thing where you can just flick through it. So as you can see, it's full of pictures. It's got everything from... So it's heavy on the Tropica stuff, because obviously he's got some sway with Tropica, but it's got like a great section of, what is it, from about that much of it. Quite a section is all about different plant species and what works together, what goes well together from an aesthetic point of view, what requirements the plants have. It's just quite the appendix on plants and all that kind of thing, but it starts from the very basics of what is aquascaping, why would you want to do aquascaping, and then goes into the, well, how do you start at it if you're just dipping your toes in, talking about filtration and all the various roles all the different things play in it, before going into some of the more advanced stuff. And there's even stuff about, so for instance this page about just general rules on aesthetics and how things hang together well and what looks good, and how you don't have 4 of something, have 3 or have 5, and don't point everything in one direction, have something going against the grain, because it just tricks the human brain into going, yes, that looks good, that looks bad. Certainly for me, it was very hard to differentiate between the two, or realise, why do I think that thing looks good but that one doesn't. So there's a load of things in here like that. A couple of spelling mistakes, so whoever the editor is needs to get shot. A couple of grammatical errors, but some great photographs, some really good, easy to follow descriptions of not only processes and that kind of stuff, but just it explains well why you would be interested in doing one thing. So it doesn't just give out instructions like, if you do this, you must do 50% water changes for the first 4 weeks. And it talks about why and what might happen if you don't, and lets you make your own decisions. So yes, very happy with that. I've only read about half of it. It's the kind of thing that you'll dip in and out of over time. So yes, it's very good, but yes, I did pay for it myself. Pardon me. Someone's new to shrimp keeping. I saw that, but it went away. There we go, Darren. Darren Watkins. I'm new to shrimp keeping. Got my first Bloody Mary. Do these breed easily? In my experience, I have no idea because I've never kept them. It's all down to the Neocardinea and the Cardineas, depending which family it is. They both breed as easily as each other, but require different things to get there. I'm just not sure what one Bloody Marys fall into. Aquafunk says, yo, I finally caught one of your lives after so long. Cello to you and everyone in the house. God, that's not a very funktastic introduction to yourself. Come on, I need something a bit funkier than that. Scott says, hello from the International Space Station. I don't believe you. Lazarus has a friend in New Zealand. Well, get them on here and they might win that prize, which doesn't actually exist, but you know what I mean. Dramatic Aquatics. That's the person that's got the name I wanted to call my channel. I wanted to be called Dramatic Aquatics. How are you? I'm good, thanks. How are you? Dramatic Aquatics. That's the perfect name for a YouTube channel about fish. I'm going to have to go on and look and make sure it is the same Dramatic Aquatics. I think it is. Bear with me. Just talk amongst yourselves for a second while I fanny about here. There was 2 names I wanted to call my channel, and one of them was Dramatic Aquatics. I can't remember what the other one was, but Dramatic. Yes, you're the one. These are the guys that filled a car full of water and put fish in it. So if you're interested in a little bit of wackiness, go and have a look at Dramatic Aquatics on YouTube. So some great stuff on there. So if you ever fancy getting out of the YouTube game, let me know. I'll take your name off you. Oh, Kaler's Aquatic definitely living up to the new mod role. He's already put in the link to my interview with Lazarus the Fish Boy. Oh, Callum's, you've done it. Well done. You've earned the badge, Callum. Everyone watching, get 3 people you know to subscribe, and then 10,000. Here we come. Definitely. Christian, is it out in the UK? Did you order it? Still waiting for mine. I got in at the first release, so I know there have been a few people complaining about it because they've ordered it on Amazon and the Amazon one isn't coming out until next year. So I think I literally got one of the last few that George himself was selling. So he was selling it on his website. You can go and buy it on his website. I think it even might be a little bit cheaper on his website. But the next shipment isn't until the new year. Well, causing all kinds of crashes by putting it there. Right, I'm playing catch up again. You know, essentially you're watching someone read stuff. So I need to get better at this. Steve says, I don't like many of the Aquascaper tanks. They all kind of look the same. I get that. And I feel like that too. So I'm fairly new to Instagram. And I must admit, when I got on Instagram first, I just started linking loads of related channels that were aquascapers or fish related stuff. And there is a lot of stuff that is all very much so. It's same old. And I'm probably guilty of it myself because they're not rules, but there are certain ways to do things that look nice, so you end up having only a little bit of variation. I always try and do a little bit. I mean, this tank here, for instance, I tried to incorporate some houseplants and not just have the tank, so you have some things around the tank as well, which are adding to the greenery. this tank here was meant to be the special thing. Well, the lights are all dimming now, but the special thing is it's not black water, but it's kind of getting that way. And I used stuff that I found in my local river, or down at the park and the river, and used that as the inspiration. So I'm trying to do something a little bit different, but it's hard because there's only so many ways you can do something to make it look good. January 21st is due for release in the UK because the American publishers are idiots. Well, there you go. Yeah, Neil says he's pre-ordered from Amazon. I think it's Amazon basically screwed everyone over. Craig Dalgarno, how's your Mabu puffer? I'm afraid he's worm food. You lost him a while ago. You're bringing up bad memories now. No, it was not a good time. I lost my Baboo. I was absolutely gutted for a long time about that. Still don't really know what happened. But I moved him into the big tank and it just went south quick, and by the time I could do anything about it, well, I couldn't do anything about it. We've got Kanye, not the west one, he's the Loughborough one. He's got some white cloud mountain minnows. We saw yours and we were inspired. They're one of my favourite fish, white clouds. I've got them in here. They're always called the poor man's tetras, and I think tetras are the poor man's white cloud mountain minnows because they are fantastic fish. They look so intricate, especially when you get in there and see them up close. And it's got such subtle colouring, and yeah, they're really good fish. Hey, welcome to the team, Cal. He's got there in the end. Look at all you moderators all being cute. Who's the best Instagram? Is it Fishtagram? I think you might be a little bit biased there, Josh. James says he's thinking of starting a pea puffer tank. Any tips? Get as many as you can. I know the internet is full of people saying, oh, you must keep Discus in a group of 6 or more, and you must keep this in a group of 5, and you must do this. Pea puffers, I have kept them in small groups, I have kept them in big groups, and the difference is absolutely night and day. If you can get the bigger group you can get, just the idea of pea puffers shoaling, it kind of blows my mind how interesting they are, how different they act when they're in a big group. But other than that, get a big group, make sure you've got a good source of food, pardon me, because they will readily feed on things like bloodworms and all those kind of things, but they're not the best nutritionally. So whether you get a little tank of snails, you get some kind of worm culture going, just make sure you've got food to keep them going, because that can be quite hard, because they can be quite picky eaters, I find. I'm really jealous of all these members of lots of groups of puffer keepers and things like that. I'm jealous of all these people whose puffers will take whatever the hell you put in the tank. I found one of the saving graces is what are they called? It's a Hikari food. They look a bit like bloodworms. Have I got any around here? I think it's downstairs. I can never remember the name of things. What's the Hikari foods? Vibrobites, that's the one. I didn't actually have to look that up, I just remembered in time. Hikari Vibrobites, they look like bloodworms, but they actually are quite good for them. So my best tip would be to feed them on bloodworms, because they will always go for the bloodworms, but at the same time start to introduce, so drop in half a dozen bloodworms and half a dozen Hikari Vibrobites at the same time. They kind of look similar. They'll go for both, and they start to get onto them, and then you can just use them and you get them onto the dry food. Job done. A biotope tank over an aquascape looking style. Yes, biotopes are very interesting. That might be one of my future projects to come. I might be doing it on this one here. I've got a few plans, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull any of them off, with different types of fish and different things going on at the moment. Yeah, biotopes, I mean, they're interesting, but they're tricky, because obviously the idea with a biotope is you have everything coming from the same area and try and recreate that natural area as best you can, which makes it a little bit harder, and I already struggle with the easy stuff sometimes, so we'll see how we get on with that. Luke says he messed with his canister too much. I must be missing something there. What have I missed? Oh, you crashed your cycle. Oh, happens to the best of us. I mean, that'd be one of my best bits of advice is don't be too hard on yourself. Even the best people out there make mistakes and they screw up and they have bad luck. And not all those things are always different. Sometimes you have them all at once. And you do get bad luck. It's tough sometimes. Just take it as a learning experience. Figure out why you crashed your cycle. Figure out how to avoid it the next time. Pardon me. Fiber bites, yes, Trevor, that's what I was going for. My hacker loves bloodworms, doesn't eat much else, and it's tough to get them onto other things as well because bloodworms are like the McDonald's of the aquatic foods. Everyone will eat them, but it's just not terribly great if that's all they'll eat. So Luke says it was his own fault. It was the first major clean after 6 months. I knew what was happening and squeezed the good stuff out. Yeah, well, even that, I don't think that's necessarily your whole problem, because I used to have canister filters where I would clean them like that and squeeze everything out, and I'd never cracked a cycle because of that. So there might be something else going on there, and it's not bad to clean your filter like that. I've even cleaned my filter with tap water and didn't do anything too terrible with it, but sometimes it's like knife edge and it's the most delicately balanced thing in the world. Sometimes it's like a tank, and it doesn't matter what you do, your filter will keep up with it. It can be tough. Pardon me. The tanks behind you have inspired me to set up a leopard Daniel tank. Sure you'll hit 10k very soon? I hope so, thank you very much. Bloodworms are the Big Mac of the fish tank world. They definitely are. Yeah, like Steve says there, 30 years ago, I used to watch sponge filters under the tap. No internet then, I didn't know any better. Yeah, but same as me, I used to do that. I used to get, I remember having an FX5, and I must have done, this was when I was keeping Discus, I must have done 3 or 4 like proper deep cleans on that thing, where I would just empty everything out into the sink, run the hot water over it, clean it all out, give it a good old scrub, put it all back together, stick it back on the tank. Everything was fine. Pardon me. I hope it's not the COVID. But if you're struggling with that kind of thing, it wasn't until I had my first big tank wipeout, and that was a Discus tank, and I mean, to this day I don't really know what happened. I think it was bad gas, where I had quite a deep sand bed, which probably had some bad gas building up in the sand bed that got released. And I remember sitting in the living room, and this was a couple of tanks ago, looking at the fish going, oh, all the fish seem to be at the top of the aquarium. I'm sure that's a bad thing. I wonder what that means. I'll need to check that out tomorrow. And then obviously when it got to the tomorrow, they were all dead. So that was obviously, they were gasping for oxygen because there was some, I think there was a big pocket of gas had built up under the sand and released it, and basically poisoned the fish. But it isn't until you do those things, and it's easier these days because the internet's there and you have people like me saying, well, don't do this, do that, and watch out for the other. But that's when I invested heavily in testing my water. And as much as people, you still get the arseholes these days out saying, well, I never test my water, I just look at my fish and they tell me if they're ill. Yeah, too late by then, they're ill. You want to you want to stop them getting ill in the first place. So if you get a good test kit, get a shit test kit, oh, pardon my language, get a rubbish test kit, any kind of test kit that's going to tell you when something changes. So as long as it's consistent, it can do a job. So, for instance, I never trust the nitrate readings on my JBL test, but it's consistent. And when I compare it to the JBL proper combi set test, or the API master kit test, or any of the other test kits that I've got, I might think they're more accurate in telling me what the actual number is. But the JBL one, the dip strips, it tells me exactly if it goes up or goes down, it's starting from a different level. And I think that's the main thing is, if you know what's going on with your water, you can't go too far wrong. Pardon me. Right, so I did say I would try and catch up on that. So I've been hawking these enough, I think. I think they're good. Go and buy some. If you don't want to buy some, I'm going to stick them in the prize bag. So that's today's additions to the prize bag. As I mentioned earlier, hopefully we will have some merch coming soon that will be going in the prize bag as well. But we'll give you a quick run through. So far in the prize bag we've got these. We've got the JBL ProScape stuff. So we've got the cleaning glove, the straight tongs, the spring scissors. And these are all quite expensive stuff. I mean, go and look up this stuff. It's not cheap. Got some more JBL stuff here. We've got some bags of my food in here. We've got some of the fish science foods. We've got more JBL stuff. We've got an Amazon gift card from, I want to say, Aquaddiction. I can never remember. I really must write that down before the next stream. Some more fish science stuff, some more of my food, some more of Proquatics. So that's another, I think they're based in Doncaster. They've got a few things on sale at the moment as well, so go and check out their website. So this is some tropical granules. Some more of my foods. Basically a whole bunch of stuff. So we're going to add one of these tubs and one of these fert bottles into there. I'm going to need a bigger box. It's a bit like Jaws. I'm going to need a bigger box. It's quite heavy as well, so I'm a bit worried that... I'm kind of regretting my decision to say this is worldwide, because this is going to cost me an absolute fortune to send it somewhere. So it is worldwide, but I'm going to be completely biased and say I hope someone in the UK wins it. So that's what we've got so far. We're almost at 50 likes. If we make it to 50 likes, what did I say I would do? I said we'd go 15% discount on the website, or did we say we'd do another day? What would you rather have? Would you rather have another day of discounts, or would you rather have 15% discounts for another 2 hours? I think we'll go 15% for another 2 hours, because then it's the people that are watching that are getting the benefit if they want to make an order. In fact, have we got any orders in? Oh, we've had a couple of orders. Thank you very much, people who have made orders. But we're going to, like I say, I just wanted to do a quick one, hawk my stuff a load, and then get out again. So there's been nothing in terms of Black Friday deals. You've all been terribly disappointing. I've not found any Black Friday deals at all. I can't blame you for being disappointing about the Black Friday deals, can I? That's not really fair. Oh, we got to 50 likes. Right, that's it. I'll do this live. Let's go on. How do we do this? Coupons. Right, for the next 2 hours, the Black Friday code will get you 15% off. As of now. In fact, I need to change the description. Oh god, I need to change all kinds of things now, or I'll get accused of fraud. So it will give you 15%. It'll tell you it's going to give you 10%, but it will give you 15%. So there we go. Oh, pressed the wrong button. No, there we go. It's working. My Hermes is the best price to send it worldwide, but surely if I send anything by Hermes, it's going to be instantly be lost. I don't think I've ever had a good experience with Hermes. I think, yeah, it was Hermes that sent. So somebody bought I think they almost bought, is it 9 kilos or 10 kilos of biohome off me, so quite expensive. Hermes lost it. Sent it again. Hermes lost it. The second time they wouldn't give me a refund because I think they tried to argue it was my fault that they lost my package. So I ended up having to threaten them with small claims court and all kinds of stuff. So if it is Hermes is the best price, I'll probably still pick someone else. We've got to the 50 likes. Yes, well done everybody. Thank you very much. Oh, we've got more likes than we've got viewers at the minute. That's got to be some kind of record as well. But we're going to call it quits soon because I just wanted to do a quick one. Just want to let everybody know about any deals that we're going around at the moment. But unless you're in the US, I don't think there are any deals. We've added to the prize bag. We've given you an extra discount if you want to order some food or some fish or some whatever on my website, aquariumadventures.co.uk. One final plea to say, go and check out my Facebook group page, Instagram page. Instagram, I'm trying to get better at Instagram. I feel like such an old man. I don't have any idea what I'm meant to be doing on there. And they changed it all recently as well, so it's like, my god, what's the hell with the reels? What the hell's reels? How does that work? Who knows? So go and check out all those things. You can see them in the links down in the description, if that's even a thing anymore. All the links are down there. Thank you everyone who has joined. You can join the team. You can get, like, for instance, Simon there. You can see he's got the little logo, and anyone else who's joined the team, they can do special, not memes, what's the word? Emojis, that kind of thing. There you go, like Simon's just done there. The only reason that I almost wanted to pay for that myself because I was really proud of myself for creating them. But you can create all that, you can join the team, you will get some extras eventually. I've not been very good recently at posting extra videos and extra little pictures and behind the scenes stuff, but that's what you will get if you join the channel. And if you join as a hero member, you get to get a shout out at the end of every proper video. New Instagram is disgusting, says Josh. I might not go as far as disgusting, but I just don't get it. I don't understand what I'm meant to be doing. But yes, links in the description to all my social medias. Make sure if you could share. So right now I'm on, in fact, let's give you a precise number. Right now I'm on 9,804 subscribers. And to get to the giveaway, and I've got some really good stuff coming for the giveaway as well. To get to that giveaway prize number, we need to get to 10,000, then I'll do another live stream like this. Currently got about, I did a bit of a count a few days ago, it was about 850-ish entries so far. Just have to do hashtag AA10K and you get an entry. Yeah, so got quite a few entries already, but when we get to 10,000 I'll do another live stream like this, and I'll do the draw live so you can make sure there's no shenanigans, none of that business, and whoever wins and they get the lot. I did think about, should I split it and stop and do 2 prize bags, one for the UK and one for everyone. There we go, S just subscribed, that worked well. So 9,805 subscribers. But the closer we get to 10, the quicker I get this stuff out to you. So just under 200 to go. I generally get anywhere between 250 and 350 in a month, so it should happen before Christmas. But if we can give it a bit of a push, I might even be able to get the stuff posted out before Christmas, so you get that goodie bag before your Christmas. Which might not matter to you if you don't care about Christmas, but you know, there is always that. So share it with your friends. If you're a member of any groups on Facebook and that kind of thing, by all means share it there, because it makes me feel all horrible and dirty when I do it myself. Pardon me. But yeah, only because I want to go and have something to eat. I'm going to call it quits tonight. Let's have a quick run through it and see what else is going on. Well, Courtney says she just placed an order. I don't think I saw that one. Oh, I've seen an order from Simon just recently, and yep, Courtney got yours as well, so I'll get them sorted and sent out to you. Thank you very much for that. Yeah, I hope you enjoy it. And remember, if you do buy anything, leave me a review. I will publish all the reviews, even if you hate it, because I think it's really important that we get some actual feedback rather than just a load of sycophants saying everything's brilliant. So let me know if you don't like it. I'm more than happy to find out why you don't like it, so as I can make it better, basically. So yes, if you're watching now, make sure you subscribe, make sure you look at all the socials and all that kind of stuff, because it all helps. You are, after all, my retirement plan, so I don't want to work in IT forever. And we'll call it, well, let's see, is there any more questions? I'm sorry for jumping around here all the time. Callum says, when you receive your items, don't forget to take a photo and shout out in your Instagram stories. Yes, all that helps. It's all great stuff. Is pH important for keeping shrimp in an aquarium, says Mark Campbell? I believe it is. Purely because of the relationship between your pH and your water hardness and things like that. I have kept some, what was it? I think it was some crystal shrimp that I had some real problems with because they did not like my water at all, and I was constantly battling. And that was because they were raised in a completely different water parameters than the ones I had. So yes, it is important, but as always, pH stability is probably more important than any kind of number that you get to. But yes, thank you everyone for chipping in. I can see, so Simon and Luke have been having a bit of a discussion trying to get to the bottom of their stuff. Thank you very much, Simon. That's, in fact, I'll make you a moderator for that as well. You can never have too many moderators. Join the Facebook group. So that's what I wanted the Facebook group to exist for, so as people could shout out and say, I'm struggling with something, and not be beaten up by a load of know-it-all saying, oh, you're doing this wrong and this is how you should do these things. I want it to be a really friendly place where people can ask stupid questions and they'll get decent answers. Because everyone starts from a different place, and some people are really experienced and some people are not, and some people are in between. I think it's my group can be a good place to have those sort of discussions without feeling bad, feeling that you're going to get attacked about anything. So 6.5 is not good. 6.5 isn't bad. pH, depends what kind of shrimp you're keeping. I think you were said, oh, if I can find it. I know I keep threatening to leave and then finding something else to talk about, so I could be here for another 2 hours, but let's see. Was it the ruby? Oh, I can't remember what kind of shrimp you kept. But 6.5 isn't bad. So for instance, my Discus aquarium, that's about 6. I might even be a bit higher now because I've started adding some crushed coral, but yeah, it depends what you're keeping as to what is right and what is wrong. I've always been a big believer in this. Obviously, any kind of rule has its exceptions, but I've always been a believer in your water parameters are your water parameters. As long as you can keep them stable, it doesn't really matter what the numbers are, because most things will adapt. And the key there is most. Your cherry shrimp. So cherry shrimp keep dying on you at 6.5. There's no reason they should. I've got cherry shrimp in tanks that are lower pH than that, and they thrive. In fact, I wonder what pH. So this is full of cherry shrimp. I don't know if you can actually see this. In fact, I might not even be talking to anyone. Just had to get my OBS back up. If you can see here, you probably can't. Oh, I've just spilt my drink everywhere. Bloody hell, Graham. But if you can see here, just got a nice shot of my beard. Not going to focus over here. Well, anyway, full of cherry shrimp, this tank. And I'm pretty sure that runs at 6.5, so it shouldn't be a big issue for you. Right, we're going to call it quits because I've just spilt water all over my computer and I need to clean that up, if nothing else. Go and check out the group on Facebook if you're on Facebook. If not, follow us on Instagram, on Twitter, all those kind of things. The only reason I'm pushing the Facebook thing is because it's a group and all these people are on the group as well, so they can help out with all the questions. Use a towel. Use a towel. Right, goodbye everyone. Thank you very much for all the super chats, for all the joins, for all the subscriptions. They all make such a difference.